It had an ordinary evening at Ralph Dorn's house in Virginia. Harley, his goldendoodle, was lounging by the fireplace, his tail lazily thumping against the floor. Ralph had just settled into his chair with a book when he glanced up, and Harley was gone. Confused, Ralph checked the usual spots: the kitchen, the backyard, even under the porch. No Harley. Panic surged through him as he called out his dog's name, but there was no answer. Ralph headed down the hill towards the nearby lake. The evening sun was just beginning to dip below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the water. As he scanned the shoreline, something caught his eye. A small figure was moving through the water, but it wasn't just his dog. It was Harley, swimming with determination towards something in the lake. Ralph squinted, his heart racing. Then he saw it. In the middle of the lake, flailing in the water, was a tiny fawn, its fragile legs thrashing as it struggled to stay afloat. Ralph's heart leapt into his throat, but before he could react, Harley was already halfway there. With strong strokes, Harley paddled through the water. Ralph stood frozen, watching in disbelief as his dog, without hesitation, reached the fawn. Harley gently nudged the baby deer with his nose, guiding it toward shore, the small creature struggling but not resisting. Ralph hurried down the bank, his pulse pounding in his ears as Harley emerged from the water, the fawn wobbling beside him, soaked but alive. Harley, dripping wet, looked up at Ralph with his soulful brown eyes, as if to say, "I had to do it." Ralph was speechless. He knelt beside them, stroking Harley's fur, his heart swelling with pride and awe. He made sure the fawn was safe before it wobbled off into the woods, disappearing into the trees. But that wasn't the end of their story. 2 days later, Ralph noticed Harley acting strangely again. He stood at the front door, ears perked, tail wagging furiously. Ralph opened the door and they both heard it, a faint, desperate bleating coming from the woods. Harley bolted, running towards the sound, and Ralph hurried after him. When they reached the edge of the trees, there it was, the same fawn, bleating softly as if calling for Harley. The moment they spotted each other, the fawn stopped crying. Harley approached slowly, his tail wagging gently, and the fawn stepped forward, trusting him completely. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.